Um, then we'll go over the important details. So the terrain, what to expect when you're over there, the different kinds of terrain, the difficulty, the inclusion. So what we provide you to make this a successful trip. The gear that we suggest bringing is such a huge, crucial part to having an amazing time. The training you can do beforehand if you aren't the most familiar with multi-day hiking trips. We'll go over some training options, what you can do even if you might not live in a mountainous area. And then I will go over briefly some of our other hikes. So the classic trails like Mont Blanc, Dolomites, and the Bernese Oberland in Switzerland, which are all things that we offer as well. So yes, the first thing I will go over is just our self-guided trips. Um, you will still be fully supported during this. You will have a contact number for our local team, and we will provide you with all the information you need to have a successful trip. So although it is self-guided, it is definitely supported, and we will never leave you on your own for this. Just means that you'll be doing it on your own when necessary or with a friend, and you won't be a part of a group. And then we also obviously do have those small group options, which are an incredible way to get to meet like-minded people in a small group size. We don't like large groups, especially when you're doing an alpine hike. It's not the same. So we generally cap our groups between about 14 to 16, and that's maximum. So it's a really close group, very social. You get to really know these people and explore the parts of the world together, which is such an amazing experience. Um, we always have extremely well-trained guides who've been doing this for years. They are always local and they're from the area. I know a lot of them have grown up in the areas that they guide in. We don't bring people in, obviously, from, let's say, North America or any other parts. And if they're not from there, they have lived there for a very long period of time. And this is their passion. And I know my colleagues have done these guided tours, and it's definitely reflected when you're on them. And then quickly, like I said, the two tours that I have done, the Via Alpina in Switzerland, as you can see here, it is a part of the green route on the Via Alpina. Starts in Meiringen, ends in Lenk. It is an 8-day self-guided hike. We book obviously your accommodations and everything for you, and then you're good to go. And it is the same with our Pyrenees circuit hike as well. Like I said, with many of our itineraries, it is an 8-day self-guided hike, which I was so lucky to get to do both of these. Um, so they are both self-guided, but we will talk about the guided ones a bit later on. So something that's huge and made a huge impact on me when doing these trips was the luggage transfer. Because if you're doing an 8-day self-guided hike, the last thing you want to be doing is lugging around everything you brought with you from the other side of the world each day. So we will cover that for you. And we will pick up your luggage in the morning from your accommodation, and then we will bring it to your next accommodation, and it will magically be in your room or in your hotel reception when you get there later that afternoon or evening. It's such an incredible service, which really just means during the day you have to carry your water, maybe a basic first aid kit, your lunch if needed, some snacks, just the basics. On some of the nights, because of maybe a remote location, you might need to bring your overnight requirements with you, and the luggage transfer will meet you at your next accommodation, which was something I experienced on my trip as well. But it was actually extremely fine. Your overnight requirements is just your toiletries, maybe a pair of slippers for the mountain hut, and what you plan on wearing the next day. Didn't really affect the weight of what you were carrying at all. You just have to bring a few more little things, so just to keep that in mind as well. As you can see in the photo that I'm just circling here, mules are used on our Mont Blanc tours, and which will affect things like, let's say, the weight carry limit, but that will all be shown to you on the tour page if that is the option. Usually we do use vans, so the weight limit is usually between 15 to 20 kilos, so you can usually fit all your stuff in that for the one night. So yeah, that's just a brief introduction to our luggage transfers. The next thing that's obviously extremely important is the accommodation that we use. So the accommodations can be variable on these trips on our alpine hikes for many reasons. Some of them are quite remote, so we do use those mountain huts and refugios. which will either be in dormitory style accommodation or else you will maybe have upgraded to a private double room. Both of those options are something that we can run through when you reach out to us to see which works for you, see what we have available. I personally stayed in dorms when I did my Pyrenees hike, and I was fine with it. It's usually just in the most beautiful area in the world, and this is just where you rest your head at night. So, although it might be a basic mountain hut, they're honestly just located in the most beautiful areas. And then, like I said, if you do want that little bit of privacy, even in those mountain huts, we do often have the option to upgrade to a private double room. So if you did want that little bit of privacy, it is something we can look into. The next option there we have, as you can see, is our upgraded accommodation. So there are definitely routes that we have. This is from the Via Alpina that I did 2 years ago. This was one of the hotels we stayed at. So it's not like mountain huts are your only option. If you are looking for that more comfortable level of accommodation, we can definitely find an itinerary for you as well. And as much as I love the mountain huts, there was nothing better than coming back to our hotel room like this after a full day of 8 hour hiking in pretty intense elevation. A lot of these hotels as well had things like saunas that you could use afterwards or a hot tub, which was just such an incredible experience. Different to the dormitories that you might see on Mont Blanc, but both of them definitely have their advantages depending on what you're looking for. We're always happy to look into it. And even on some of our itineraries, if we don't have um, an upgrade there, always feel free to reach out and ask, and we will look to see if there is something that we can find for you. We just don't always have a package ready to go, but the team is here to look after those things for you. The next thing that is an incredible benefit of booking with us is your 24/7 support. So not only will you have us here in the Ottawa office or Australia or where you've decided to book, you'll also have the contact number for our local team over there who are there for any questions that you might have while you are there, whether it's to do with the maps, the app, the luggage transfer, the hotel, whatever questions you have, or if you're just a little bit worried about anything, they are always there to help. They are local. Again, they are from the area. They are a wealth of knowledge and always happy to help if there are any questions. When I did my Pyrenees hike, there was a few transfers involved, and it's our guys over there who are doing those transfers too. And he was just such a chatty wealth, like such a wealth of knowledge on the local area, local recommendations, where to get the best wine for the night, where to get the best coffee in the morning. So if you have those transfers, these guys love talking about it. It's their job. They want you to ask these questions and they want to tell you about the local secrets that you can go to. So definitely something to take advantage of while you're over there as well. And then lastly, of course, everything is not everything, I should say, but obviously a lot of things are going digital these days. So we do provide you with your navigational app, which will have all your routes built into it. And there'll also be route books in there. So you'll have like little tips where you should eat for dinner, things like that, points of interest along the route. So not just walking from start to end. We want to make sure that we highlight the points of interest along the route as well. And all that will be in the phone on the app that we provide you, usually about 3 to 4 weeks before you leave. So you've got plenty of time to put it on your phone, learn how it works, call us with any questions. And yeah, then download it all onto your phone beforehand so that you are ready to go when you're over there and everything will be, yeah, on your phone, ready to go. You won't need Wi-Fi or internet. Everything will already be done because, again, these are remote places that might not have Wi-Fi. So we want to make sure that you have this in time to make sure you can do it successfully.